your terminal. Yeah, so you go in there or just type CMD in here.
You have a control?
Oh, I
Okay,
guess.
did you take the control? Okay.
Right. So then I type CMD. Just go to this and type CMD. Okay, so till the time happens, I'll just share my screen instead. Right, so simply if you can see this. Right, so can you see this, Simplest Abdul?
So you are screen?
Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right, so this is a terminal in Windows. So I'll just, yeah. So this is a terminal in Windows where if I type ipconfig, I get the IP of my PC, right? These are the descriptions. So this is how you use Windows terminal. So you can have dir that shows directly what all folders and files are in there.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So in the same way, Linux also has a terminal where you can run basic Linux command. So in Linux Kali we have this terminal, and if I type who am I, it would show me what kind of user am I. So if I type who am I, it shows root. So in Linux there are different kinds of users. Just how in Windows you have a regular user and a admin user, right? In Windows you can set up privileges to admin for other users. So in case you have like 5 users working on a computer, you can set one of them as admin, one of them as a supervisor, and so on. So in the same way, you have user access privileges in Linux as well. And the user with highest privilege in user is called a root user. So basically, root user is the one who has access to the root directory. So this in Linux is the root directory. Everything falls inside this. This is known as it is this directory is represented by a forward slash, and it is the highest directory in the hierarchy. So everything comes under root. To see an example, when I go to other locations, I go to computer and I pick any of them. So etc, and I just take this file and drop it here. You can see the path to that file. It is forward slash etc forward slash alias. So you saw us going into etc folder, but you didn't see us going into the root folder because root is the default higher most hierarchical folder. So this is root. Inside root there is a folder called etc which you guys saw, and inside which there is a file called
Can you
alias.
make your screen bigger?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, hello.
Yeah, can you please a little?
Yeah, can you see this now? Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see by this now.
I
Hello.
can see.
Not bigger.
Yeah, right.
I can see your screen, but can you make it a little bit bigger? I mean, just to make the windows. Yeah.
Is it good now?
Okay, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome.
Right. So everything in Linux is done. Most commands on Linux are made on terminal. So Linux has less user-friendly GUI, but it is more powerful in terms of accessing through terminal. So the terminal of Linux is way better than the CMD of Windows because um, you're habituated to this, right? So now we know that there is a root folder and there is a root user. So root user is the one with highest privileges, and root folder is the highest folder in the hierarchy. Right. So now one major difference between Linux and Windows is in Linux everything is treated as a file. So even the folders are treated as a file and a file is treated as a file. So for that, let's use a Linux command and see what happens. So cd etc cd/etc. So now cd is a command to enter inside a folder or a directory, right? So I just went into etc and when I click ls is list. So ls command shows me what different folders or files are in there. But since everything is treated as a file, it would show me everything in. So now when you type ls-l, it shows you everything with the permissions. So there are three permissions in Linux: read, write, and execute. Are you guys able to hear me? Do you have any doubts till now?
No, sir.
Hello? Simplex, do you have any doubts?
No, no, I'm listening.
Right. So read is represented by R, write is by W, and execute is by X. So if you see, there are files which have different permissions, and there are three times: one, two, and three. So any guesses why there are three kinds of permissions in Linux?
Why there's two type of permission
Yeah.
for the
So
security
any guess?
purpose? I think so.
No. So it is based on user group and the person who is using it. So I'll explain to you. Basically, every file in Linux will have permissions like one second. RW. If a file is readable by all the users, it is accessible by all the users, and it is writable by all the users, it will have RWX, RWX, RWX. But if it is readable by a group, so the first one, the first subset is for the user.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear
Okay,
me?
okay,
I
yeah.
think I lost the voice in a for a moment.
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear
Yeah,
you.
right,
yes,
right. So this is owner, group, and other. So usually what this means is in Linux, when you create a user, you can put him in a group. So how does this help? So if you are in a company and you have different departments, let's say accounts, you have IT, you have admin, you have all the managers in a group, and you have all the directors. So everybody wants different rights over all the folders and files. So what you can do is for every file, when you define the permissions, the first set of permission is for the owner of the file. So the person who makes the file is defined by the first group. The second is for the group that he is in, and third is for the other. So other is for general public or for all the users across the domain, right? Did you get this?
Say that again.
Yeah. So in Linux, every user can be assigned to a group, and
Mm-hmm.
groups can vary. Like if you can make a group for accounts, all the employees in accounts. You can make a group for all the employees in the IT department, all the employees in admin. So now if I create a file, I would be the owner of the file or the creator of the file, right? Now I can set the permissions as to who can view these files and who cannot, who can write on these files, who cannot, and who can execute these files and who cannot. So for that, I can set RWX for the owner. So if I am the owner, I'll obviously allow myself with all the permissions. For the group,
Okay.
I can set RWX, and for everyone else on the PC, I can set RWX. So if you look at these files, so in Linux, Vim is actually a editor. Window VIM is an editor in Linux. So if I open a new terminal and I type Vim, so see, Vim